morning, friends. Welcome to the pre-market update from the advisory desk for today. Let's check on the global economic commentary from us. What we have today is the Dow Jones ended in the green yesterday, 117 points up. It has now closed above the psychological level of 16,500 mark, which it was kind of struggling to close during the last couple of sessions. Now it's to be pointed that Dow Jones is almost less than 150, 180 points away from the all-time high, and if it does manage to close above that, then it will be kind of a big kind of a rally into the other emerging markets and developed markets as well. So friends, that's again a good news for the global markets. Coming back to the Asian indices, we started with the Hang Seng and Nikkei, which is up by almost 1% today. After the China reported better than exports numbers for this kind of month. It was 0.9% up on the YOY basis, whereas the Bloomberg mean estimates predicted 3% fall. So it is almost way more than what it was kind of estimated. From negative 3% to it came to plus 0.9%. So that is definitely a big shot in the arm for the metal players. So we might see a good kind of a couple of like stocks like Tata Steel, JSW, SSLT, Hindalco might rally a bit on this data as well. Coming back to the SGX Nifty is up by 34 points in the early morning trade right now. It's trading in Singapore. And also on the FI and the DI figures, FI remained again the buyers. It was a kind of minuscule figure of 119 crores that provision they bought. Whereas mutual funds again, constant net sellers, 258 crores. That's all from the kind of global checkup what we have. I'll forward to Sadhana for the derivatives checkup. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. Let's have a view on derivatives. In yesterday's trading session, we have seen that markets continue to trade with negative bias for the whole day. And in last 15 minutes of the trade, we have seen that selling was witnessed in many of the blue chip counters and along with sectoral indices, due to which Nifty hit a fresh intraday low below the mark of 6,700 and finally snapped the session with a significant gain of close to 1%. In this period, we have seen that short positions were built up by market participants as around 10.21 lakh shares were added in open interest, which is approximately 20,000 contracts were added, and Nifty cost of trade decreased marginally by approximately 2%, and Nifty futures premium also decreased from 32 points to 29 odd levels. On the options front, TCR is decreased from 0.91 to 0.85, which is clearly indicating that call option has added more number of shares than put option. We can see call option 6,800, 6,900 followed by 7,000 has seen good number of activity in open interest front, and on the put option 6,500 has seen reduction in open interest, but 6,300 and 6,000 option has become active, and we have seen good number of positions were added in this 6,300 and 6,000 put option. Reliance Capital is in bad period today, and yesterday FIs were net sellers of approximately 1,700 odd crores in future and option segment. They were net sellers in futures approximately 512 odd crores, and in index option they were net sellers of 862 odd crores. In stock futures they were net sellers of 339 crores, and stock options they were net sellers of 31 odd crores. A 5-day CVF is 6705. A lower range for the market would be 6,600 and higher range would be 6,800. And Singapore Nifty is up by 38 points, which is at 6,709.50. So we may see a positive opening in Indian markets also. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Hello friends, let's start the pre-market action. We'll start with the actionable ideas what we have for today on the intraday basis, long, short, depending on the news and announcement in a specific company. We also have a watch list, news and updates that would like to kind of report it to you guys on the kind of daily basis before the market opens. Let's start with the actionable ideas. Firstly, the China's April exports rise came in at 0.9% positive compared to kind of the median estimates of negative 3% on a YOY basis. So that's again definitely a big news for the metal players. What we have today is Tata Steel, current market price 400. We long Tata Steel with a stop loss of 392, target 412, 420 based on this news and data. Sesa Sterlite is the next stock, 179 is the CMP. Action to be taken long SSLT, stop loss 175, target 184 and 188 on the upside. Next we have is IRB Infra, CMP is 124. It is backed at 2,300 crores roads project in Haryana from NHAI. The project is kind of between the Kaithal and Rajasthan border section. So that's again a big kind of exposure to IRB Infra. That stocks definitely looks good. We'll be kind of go long on IRB Infra. So action to be taken is long IRB Infra. What we have is stop loss of 122. You can keep it for the intraday basis, and the target of 128 on the upside for the stock. Friends, let's have now on the checkup on Brigade Enterprise, the next stock which we are going long on. The net profit for the quarter results came out to be better than estimates, 73% rise to 492 million rupees versus the 284 million in the same quarter for the last kind of period. Also, the sales has risen by almost 29%, definitely on improving sales and the outlook for the flat purchases. Action to be taken long Brigade, 76.25 is the stop loss, and the target is 81.5 on the upside. Watch list, what we have for today is stocks with positive bias. We have PFC 196, sale we have 67 CMP. We have no stocks today with negative bias. Results to watch out, we have Finolex Cables, estimated 470 million rupees. We have GIC Housing, estimated 220 million rupees. Glenmark Pharma, estimated 2.05 billion rupees. We have Syntex, 1.18 billion rupees. And we have Union Bank of India, estimated 4.91 billion rupees. Other news and updates, Reliance has cut its FY15 production targets for KG-D6. As per the media report, Reliance has said that due to the regulatory uncertainty, citing that the production target would be 12.3 units versus the 17.4 units estimated earlier. So this is again our kind of bad news actually. It's trying to kind of ramp up the production, but it's not been happening. IDFC has decreased the FI limits by 0.25 percent points. Now this makes it 52.25 shares available for foreign investors. FIIs through the kind of primary market instructions, you can now purchase up to 52.25% of the stock. FIs already held 52.61% shares as of quarter ending March 31, so there will be might selling on that stock. FT promoter Jignesh Shah has been arrested by the Mumbai police on the 5,600 crore NSCL spot exchange fraud case. ITC is in advanced negotiation with the Bangalore-based Balan National Food. Now they want to take over the company, which marks the entry of ITC into the natural beverage market. Tatacom and Orange International carriers announced an agreement to interconnect the respective IP exchange communities. Now this is signaling a big kind of a trend changer. Small companies might enter and allow the IP networks to interwork with the bigger companies, which will help save a lot of cost. Cognizant results update. Results were better than the estimate, reported 2.8% sequential quarter-on-quarter growth for this quarter. $2.422 million was the kind of figures. Now this was broadly in line with the market expectation. Now though we expect that we might see kind of carry-on effect on the IT stocks, but looking at the yesterday's kind of action, we might see still selling pressure in the IT stocks like HCL, TCS and Infosys. Because of the rupee appreciation and other concerns, we might see some selling pressure on the IT stocks as well. That's it from the pre-market action update. Have a good day, friends. Thanks.